Hello, everybody. Doing a little bit of
Hello.
Starfinder and
Hello.
Svenzone.
Okay, good.
We are
I
dealing
hear
with
something.
some little minor technical difficulties,
It's me.
but
It's me.
Don't see you, but I.
where one player is sick. Jingo, Dr. Dade will not be joining us. All right, looks like our sound is working. Let me make sure the players can be heard. All right, looks like our sound is working.
My computer is doing
Players
stupid
can be
stuff,
heard.
and when I restarted it, it
All
decided
right,
it was gonna install
our
Windows
sound is
updates.
working.
So
Let
it
me
is
make sure
currently
the
in the
players
middle
can be
of
heard.
and when I restarted it, it
All
decided.
right. Cool. All right, so our audio is working. See what we can do here. We will see how long this lasts. I'm going to be checking the stream every once in a while. See if the cameras will last. All right, so hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. We have with us our normal band of misfits. We
Who are you
have
calling them?
Roberta as Twitch. How are you tonight,
Hola.
Roberta?
Oh, doing pretty good.
We have Reno as Orandor. How are you?
Doing okay? Hanging in there. Hanging in there. You need to stop, dude.
And we have Bobby. How are you tonight, Bobby? He's playing Loki.
He's looking like a mountain man today.
Yeah, I decided to let that grow out. Kind of threw me off. I looked in the mirror and I thought I saw my older brother in the mirror. I literally had to do a double take. I was like,
So we're such a handsome devil.
thank you.
So this is the crew of the Midnight Core 7. As I mentioned, Jingo's sick and will not be joining us tonight. But Logan is unaccounted for, so hopefully he'll be joining us in a couple minutes. He plays the Vesk, but we do have the Bug Person and the Cat Man and the little guy running around tonight. So let's go ahead and get things rolling a little bit. So Roberta, were you able to find Twitch by closing and opening back up the characters?
Oh, I didn't even take a. Hang on. Let me look. Close. Open. Yes.
Awesome. And would you do us the honor of reading the message of the day for those of people at home so we can get caught up
Aren't you
on
glad
what
I
happened?
didn't close it? Woohoo! All right. The group talked to Teepnuk, the Formian dispatcher at the Akaton Midnight Corps branch, and he tells us that we are to retrieve some cargo at 2300. The cargo's coordinates indicate it is an hour away. After fighting off 2 assailants in the hangar, those creeps, we took off in a transport and 2 speeders toward that destination. As we approached the coordinates, we saw an explosion in the distance and came upon a stopped cargo train. 3 space goblins and a hobgoblin started firing at us as they disembarked. Dun dun dun.
All right,
Exactly.
so it is a couple minutes after your allotted time you were supposed to be there, so it was perfect timing. So you guys showed up right at 2300, and there are associated links to pictures and the map. Let me go ahead and looks like Twitch is the only one that doesn't have it open. We drop it on you. And for the stream, we'll zoom in a bit.
What don't I have open? Are you talking about the map?
The map, the map, the map, the map, the map.
The big old giant map that looks like desert with a train running through it?
It does. That's the one.
Yes.
Have
You don't have
that
that
up.
one at all.
Perfect. You should somewhere, because I show you that you have it open, but I'll share it again.
Who are you talking to? Who are you
You.
talking to?
I'm talking to you.
I have it open.
Okay. All right. So if you zoom in a little bit, you can see where you guys are. You see you've got a couple space goblins and one hobgoblin. Are all that's left. I'm gonna do a quick little switcheroo.
There you go.
And I don't see my character on the map. Yeah.
There we go.
Sticking your finger up. Sorry.
There you go. So I don't know if you remember, but last week, or last time we played, rather, a couple weeks ago, the mist smoke surrounding the fire had a very distinct edge. It was this visible line. Now that line is gone. Pop out.
Line is gone.
So the smoke is still there, but the lines are blurred now because thanks to the new lighting effects that have been enacted. So going forward, as you guys go inside buildings and or outside spaceships or things, you will see what your character can see. You'll see different lights. In Starfinder, you'll see flashing lights and warning lights and things as appropriate. Those of you who play Dungeons and Dragons in Fantasy Grounds, you will see dark vision and torches and lanterns, candles, stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited for you all to experience it. It's a lot of fun, and it makes it much more immersive and more believable as far as what your characters can and can't see.
Okay.
Okay.
But you guys are outside on the surface of the planet, so right now there is no lighting that you have to worry about besides the smoke coming from the fire. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off. We are at the top of round 3, and Orendor, you are up. So if you need to zoom in or zoom out, you should see 3 opponents. One of which
Yes.
is on top of the cars. The other 2 are to the right of the train.
And Verity is right next to there. So am I on the scooter or did I get off the scooter? I forgot.
You
The
are
scooter
off
up
the
there by the
speeder.
fire. Okay. So I'm going to move basically straight down. I'm targeting, what's his bucket? There, where is it? Target already? Yes. Space Goblin Zapparator 1. All right, so 1, 2, 3.
So what you're saying is that it can take about 24 hours.
Oh, actions. Actions loading. Oh, that's lovely. Stop that. All right. We have a, which one is the best one here? Semi-auto tactical pistol. All right. Semi-auto tactical pistol. Firing at that one right there. Here we go. Begin the process. It's a hit. Yes. 1 damage. Woohoo! I'll take anything, right? Any damage is good damage.
That's right. It's one less than he had before.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, he's not down yet.
With one, I would be surprised.
All right, so you run up and you shot rings out as you shoot. Bullet goes flying past him. Brings us to the Hobgoblin. So he is toward the back. He has a laser rifle. He's gonna take it out. He's actually going to, let's take a look here, 10 feet. So he's actually going to, he pulls out a grenade and chucks it. All right, and for those of you who don't remember, grenades work is you throw them at the intersection of a square where the lines cross, and then it has an armor class of 5. So pretty much most people with any kind of dex at all, as long as you don't roll a 1, it will hit where you plan to hit it.
Nice.
And this one explodes. And this burst of white chemical comes spewing out. Sort of like a foamy stuff comes spewing out, covering Verti and Orindor. And
There we go.
those, and then it quickly hardens as it tries to entangle you in this sticky bomb grenade. So I need a 2 reflex saves. I mean, a reflex save from you, Orindor.
Saves on the main page. Reflex. Where we go? 12.
Clear.
15. What does that mean? Did I save? Am I saved?
It was a DC 10, so yes, you did save.
Awesome.
All right, and if I could have Roberta, if you would open up Averti, and Reno, if you would open up Orindor, please. I mean, Doc Dade, just click on them, and then you can close them out. This way, I will show them as players, and I can then mess with
Where am
them
I?
as needed. Just go back to into characters again, and open up.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's coming up or not?
Yep,
Try
that's
again.
perfect. So now, like I said, you can close them now if you want to.
There's nothing there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now I just close it out. I'm not going to play him, right?
Correct. I just need to have him there so I could do stuff with him and have him showing up in the top corners and stuff. All right, so Verti. So as this bomb explodes, this white stuff comes spewing out. You quickly dodge out of the way. And Verti is able to do the same thing as this stuff spews everywhere, coating the desert floor with this white, almost snow mound that quickly hardens. And he growls in frustration.
6, 8, 9, 6.
All right, that brings us to Verti. So Verti is a vanguard, so he's all about entropy and using his entropic strike and things to degrade things.
Entropic.
Speed up the entropy of the universe. So he's going to, he also has claws as a Vesk, so he's going to try to lash out with his entropic strike. they have made some changes to your actions page and your weapons and things. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Oh,
And he
on all of them?
misses with his entropic strike. Yeah, if you look at your weapons, it just looks slightly different. Although it may not to you guys, maybe it was that way a couple weeks ago, but has since last time I played as a character. So
It's a little more compacted together. What I'm seeing.
all right, so it comes to you, Twitch. You are on the other side of the car. Now, do you have a climb speed? It will be on your front page.
Flying.
I don't think I do, but let me double check.
Would that be unique to the character, or should everybody have that?
I do not have climb speed. I have burrow speed, but I do not have climb speed.
Ah,
Oh,
yes, that's right. Okay. And
uh,
actually, you
can I
were
burrow underneath the
you were
terrain?
already burrowing. Do you have a blind sense or anything like that?
Dark vision and blind sense.
And what is
Ooh.
the range of that blind sense?
Blind sense is 30 feet.
All right, so you are burrowing. I had you burrowing before, so that they wouldn't shoot at you. And so as you're burrowing up, you can um, barely sense. So the way I handle blind sense is that you can feel movement through the earth. So if something's not moving, then it would have to be something close to it so you can feel it and stuff. So you can sort of, you knew that the trains are there in any way. And as people are jumping around and moving, you can tell sort of where the ones are right in front of you. You can also tell where the goblin is. You can tell there are three creatures. Two of them are, one of them is heavier than the other two. So you've got a pretty good idea that it's Verdi and the goblin. So that's how that would work. So feel free to go ahead and take your turn, and you can just ignore the train if you're going to burrow underneath.
Okay, so I'm going to burrow underneath. I'm hoping to pop up there right behind Verdi. So I'm just going to
5,
move
10,
right
15,
over there.
20, 25.
Boom.
All right, so as you pop up out of the ground, whoosh, with this flurry of dirt and dust, it goes flying everywhere. You see this large mound of what looks like snow next to you, and Verti is fighting this goblin right next to it, and off on the other side of the snow-looking white stuff is Orindor, and off in the distance you see a hobgoblin.
Okay. So now that I've popped out of the ground, am I able to attack him?
You can.
Sweet. Ooh, I have to. I'm not close enough to do hand to hand, so I'm going to throw it. Am I far enough away to throw my hand axe?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure it has at least a range of 10.
Throwing my hand. Oh, I didn't target him.
Hello, Logan.
I'm so sorry.
Let me unlock
Again.
Verti for you.
I forgot to target him. Can you target him and then apply my attack?
So if you, I'm doing something else now. So you see that where it says 13 in the combat tracker? Grab that
Okay.
and then drag it over and drop it onto the goblin, either in the combat. There you go, perfect. And that hit. So now go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Let me target him first though before I do the damage.
Where did she grab the 13 from? From that.
The combat tracker. And Logan,
Okay.
All
you're
right.
ready to go ahead and grab Verti when you get a chance.
Ha ha ha. Half.
So we picked up the fight from a couple weeks ago. All over there, that square beside you is this big mound of mess from a sticky grenade that's now hardened. Um, but you were not
Grenade.
part of it. You were able to dodge out of the way, Verti, and I had you do your entropic strike once, so I didn't use any of your points or any of that stuff.
Okay.
So
Tropic Strike.
I forgot which day you said you would be back, so I just was checking the Discord. But today I forgot to do that, so
No, I did that. I forgot last week.
Thankfully, we weren't here.
well, we are definitely glad to see you. I especially because I really don't know how you play your character. So glad to see it. All right, so Doc Dade, yeah, that's one of the few new character types that is just still I haven't played it yet, and I haven't really done enough studying to know exactly how those new dudes work. Vanguards they're really cool, but and I haven't heard a lot of people on the podcast I listen to who play them. So anyway, Doc Dade is up. He's around the corner.
He's usually doing support and whatnot.
So he slides up a little bit and turns and shoots Loki.
What? Huh? What's going on?
He shoots helpful darts at you,
Yeah,
as he
the
has
doctor
all of us.
turns his needler at you and shoots.
You panic for a moment. Ah, okay, that's right. What the? Okay.
Trailer.
Booster, there we go. All right, and so he hits you, and it sort of hits you right on the hip, and you feel for a moment your skin and your stomach as it travels down your thigh and up over your body as your skin hardens a bit, and you have a bonus to your armor class.
Nice.
All right, and so now it is the Space Goblin's turn, who's right there next to Verti. So he's got this dog slicer, as you can see in a picture, this little knife, this ragged edge, as he goes to slice you with it.
Sven?
Yes, sir.
Did I get skipped?
Nope, you have 6. So you're coming up here.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh,
All right, and so he rolled a total of a -2 to hit, a -2. So that is a miss.
You remember that the monsters are thrown in randomly in amongst our
okay.
playing.
And he had a effect on him that did ongoing damage. So he collapses, falls over. Meanwhile, the guy in the back, he moves along the tops of these cargo cars. All right, he's going to go after the little guy. And the range of his junk pistol, junk laser, is a little bit shorter than where you are. You're 45 feet away. So he's going to be at a -2.
He's shooting at me.
Yes, that he is. Oops.
Hit.
All right, so this thing blasts and it jerks in his hand, which is unusual for a laser pistol. It's almost like a normal bullet. And it, pew, you get burned a little bit as this thing does 4 points of damage to you. All right,
4 points
and
of
bottom of the round
damage.
is Loki. You are up toward the middle of the train.
Yeah. Let's see.
What was I going to do? Let's see here, folks. Let me check the stream, guys. Hopefully, you can hear me talking to
Is that
myself.
too much? Looks like that's too much. So I need to. How do I get rid of that?
Easiest way is just to grab your character and start again.
Okay, so I can move right there. 30 feet. That's where I move. Where I want to move to. Right there. Oh, God. 30 feet. That's where I move. What am I doing wrong? Can help me?
You were good. You were 30 feet. That's perfect right there.
Right there. Okay. What's moving?
So you're standing on this crust. As you step into it, sort of collapses. It's a crust, sort of like that stuff you use in construction to fill the gap as you spray that spray foam that blows up and hardens. But
Yeah.
if insulation, and so, but if you step on it with your weight, it sort of crushes there. It's a big mound of that in that whole square.
And I get stuck in it.
Oh no, you don't get stuck in it. It's dried now.
I was joking. I guess that's my turn. Because I think they're out of. How far are they away? If they're 50.
5, 10, 15,
20.
Probably small creatures.
How?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. So about 65
Yeah.
feet. So you'd be at a minus, depending on what your range increment is for your weapon or your spells.
Yeah. It's 50 feet is the range.
So that's just a -2 then. Is that a spell or a weapon?
Weapon.
Yep. So you can
So,
still shoot them with just at a
arc
-2.
pistol.
Yep, just a -2.
All right, I can try.
Nice.
Yeah.
18, that'll do it. Little dab will do ya.
That's a hit.
Nice. 4 damage. Wounded.
That's my turn.
All right, so top of the next round, we start with Verti. So the guy in front of you is dead. The other two are about 55 feet away from you. One is on top of the cars. The other one's, the bigger one is the hobgoblin, is on the ground.
Okay, so I know you kind of explained like this last week, but I completely forgot like about the rules on like charging and like because I am unsure of what the difference between a charge and like dashing.
Gotcha. Give me just a second. So a charge is a full action. So it means you don't do anything else. You can move up to double your speed, and you make an attack at the end of the movement. You can draw a weapon if you don't have a weapon out, but and then but you have to move at least 10 feet, and all the movement must be directly toward the designated opponent. And you have to, it has to be pretty much a straight line. And then here it is. So after moving, you make a single melee attack. You have a -2 to the attack and a -2 to your armor class. The difference is
Okay.
you normally you can only move your speed and attack. Here you can move double your speed and still attack.
Yeah. Um, I don't have enough speed to get over there with just my regular movement. So yeah,
Correct.
I'll
So for -2, you can still do it.
I guess. Yeah, I'll charge. It's not quite a straight line.
It is straight line in the sense that you're not going around anything. So
Right.
yeah, it might not look like a straight line as you draw it, but it counts as a straight line.
Okay. So is that one like up in the air, right?
That one is, yeah,
The
but the one below him is not.
goblin.
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'll hit the trooper. So I'm at a -2 to hit and a
Correct.
-2 to AC. Okay.
AC 1. Effects. Plus, we'll just add that real quick.
I'll
AC
hit
colon
with just the regular
-2.
hammer, I
There
guess.
we go. And just like that, folks, that's how you do it.
No, I didn't hit.
All right, so you come charging forward out of this mess that was left on the ground, dust flying from behind you as your boots hit the sand as you're running across this dirt, sand stuff. And you lash out with your hammer, and the trooper sort of blocks it with his rifle, clang, and stumbles back a little bit, and he sort of growls as he drops the laser, and you see that he has this sort of looks like a whip. It's called a tactical lash, or tack lash for short, and he's trying to smack you with it. All right, but you take the hammer and sort of hit it and harmlessly goes snapping past your shoulder. Orndor, you're up.
Orndor is moving forward.
Loki, you're next.
All right.
I'm gonna go 20 here, whatever the 20 would be. Is that a 20? All right, perfect. Semi-auto tactical black. There we go.
Would you guys like me to make the grid a little bit easier to see?
Fine with it.
I'm
It's up to you. I'm fine with it. The terrain is fine to look at. Okay, so I got the hit. There we go. Come on, Diddy. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I'm talking. Goblin, you're going down.
All right, the 6 damage this time as your shot rings out again, and a bullet goes flying past Verity and slams into this thing, his leg, and sort of grumbles. By the way, you can see you can see the whip, the tacklash, in that picture of the hobgoblin, and that is in the message of the day. If you guys missed it.
Can we get the message of the day again?
Options, those little cog thing up on the very top right corner.
Okay. Yep. All right. There
Click
you
on
go.
that and
There
you
it
click
is.
on
All right,
message of the
cool.
day.
Got it. Very good.
All right,
It just
Loki,
looked like-
you're up.
okay.
So if you're going to move through, I'll let you step into it. But if you're going to move anywhere else in that square, it's going to be difficult terrain. So it's going to cost you double.
So if I stay in that square,
If you move within that the square I drew,
Blast Rosen.
What?
So you can move straight down it, or he has to step out of it.
he would need to step out of it and go around it if he wants. Otherwise, he takes double movement.
so
Like I said, you just crunch
So
as
if
you're
I
stepping through this. It's a good 6-8
go
inches
this-
thick.
that way.
All right, and so Twitch is at negative 10 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that.
How am I at negative?
Because you were burrowing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I will move to right there upon the.
Okay, so first of all, you would move into okay, Twitch's square.
Yeah, the.
Go to Twitch's square, and then into this square. That's 10 feet. Now,
I got,
are you trying to climb up onto the top of this
Yeah.
car?
yeah,
He didn't. He
All
didn't
right,
try.
so,
He did. He was successful.
These things have little rungs on the sides, so it's not an issue. It's just a matter of it would take 5 feet. So it takes 5 feet. So you're at 15 and then 20 to get here. Now, I know it looks like it's hollow, but it's not. It's covered. You're walking on the top of a train. So you've moved 20 feet up to this point. Did you want to move any more?
yeah. I'll move. I guess I will move to right there.
You have a total of 30 feet you can move per turn.
All right,
Yeah.
so you can't really see the Hobgoblin or Verti. They would have a -5 to hit
But
them,
I can.
but you can see the guy on top.
Yes, and then I will. He's within range of my little pew pew. So I will shoot at him. 13.
Nice. So
3.
this little static arc pistol shoots this little blast of electricity as it comes zapping toward him and hits him. And he cries out as he gets hit. Ah! So it lurks. He wasn't expecting you over there. And so he's sort of looking around, seeing everybody else has gone down except for his boss.
Oh, sad day. Losing all his people.
Aw.
So we're gonna
Goblins
see
in
if he's gonna keep
spacesuits.
fighting. So we're gonna say this is a will check, will save, and I'm gonna say it's gonna have to be pretty high. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a will save of 16 to keep fighting. Oh, he is. All right, so he's dedicated. All right, so he's gonna turn and shoot back at Loki.
He's gonna miss.
It is.
He is.
That he is. All right, so let's see. He rolled a 1. So we're gonna see if he has a above 66. Is that right? So 33 is, yeah, 67 or higher. He fumbles.
Slow down, slow down.
And he rolled a
Oh,
90, so he fumbles. Let's see what happens with this
I hope you have a good
pistol.
time playing the
And in addition to that, because it is unstable, it also blows up in his hand.
hey, little guy.
Magical melee range. All right, so first let's see what happens. Loki, I'm going to give you the chart and let you roll. All right, so go ahead and click that button for me, Loki, while I look and see what happens to his pistol. All right, Bobby, go ahead and click that button.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which? Oh, the roll button.
Yeah, the range. Yep. Friendly fire. Your shot accidentally hits an ally instead of the intended target. Any and all tricks, buffs, and other special effects you were attempting to use still apply. All right, so he goes
Yeah, I'm right there, man.
to no, it's the space goblin.
Okay.
So he goes to shoot Loki, and he goes and shoots, and the shot ricochets off the cart past Verity and slams into the hobgoblin.
Oh no.
Oops.
For 2 points of damage. In addition to that, he must immediately make a DC 18 engineering check.
That brought the noise.
And he rolled a 13. So failure means that the gun explodes in 1d3
Oh.
minus 1 rounds.
Wow.
Yikes.
So we do /DIE.
Damn.
DIE 1d3 minus 1.
Damn. He sure missed.
All right, and he rolled a 1 on his 1d3 minus 1, so that's 0. So it explodes, functioning as a concussion grenade. So it explodes in a 20-foot radius. So I need Verti and the hobgoblin and himself. I need a DC 10 reflex save.
Damage to us anyway. That's not good.
Yay, Verdi saved.
Goblin, no safe.
That's a good thing.
All right, so both the hobgoblin and the goblin saved, and so it's 1d8 bludgeoning. All right, so it's 8 damage, so everybody takes 4. So give me just a moment. Click.
Go
Half.
lay down.
Verity. Hobgoblin. Goblin. All right, so he shoots. Loki slams into him. He stumbles back a little bit as this electricity courses through him, and you see that the sparks from where the Loki hit him sort of coalesce on his gun, and he shoots it, and it bounces off, hits the hobgoblin, and then the sparks just continue as he drops it, and the whole thing explodes. He goes flying back. And Verti and the hobgoblin take a couple points of damage, and the little goblin guy does not move.
Meaning he's dead. What's happening?
I just didn't want him to shoot me.
He didn't do that.
I said he's gonna miss.
And he did.
Boy, did he miss.
All right, so Doc, he's pretty sure you've got things well in hand. He's going to be looking around, moving over a little bit to see on the other side of the train to see if anything else is coming up. All right, Twitch.
I'm just gonna bask in the heat. No, I'm also looking around just to make sure nobody else is trying to attack us while we pick up our load, whatever it is we're supposed to be picking up here.
Liking it.
Making sure nobody's hiding in the cars.
My little pew pew.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
All
On a
right.
side note, Rebecca kept her thunder. She didn't go back to her pew pew pew.
Under a weapon.
No, Rebecca's phone.
Her notifications.
Oh.
Oh, I need to check. Hey.
All right, so he's going to he yells something in Goblin, and he's going to disengage. Gonna take a 5-foot step to move back, and then use his action to run.
It was a guarded step back.
Art. Yes, 5-foot guarded step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I need you to go to bed and stay your butt in bed. If you get up again,
All right,
you're
so
gonna be.
what are you guys gonna do? Starting with Orindor. It's still your turn. Twitch, you're on deck.
I'm gonna go ahead and fire again at him. The range is 30, so I have a minus on it.
45. Yep.
So is it minus
So you're
2
taking
or
a
minus
full
1?
attack, or are you moving up, or are you just gonna shoot from where you are? Single shot.
I
And the answer to your
will.
question is -2 from that range.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just take it where I am. I see that he's retreating, and I'm gonna say, hey, let me give this a vital shot. So it's a -2.
Correct.
Here we go. And begin. Oh, it's not good. Automatic.
Oof. All right. Same thing. Give us a percentile.
Percentile.
67 or higher, you fumble.
Ouch.
90 again. 90 is our favorite number right now.
Damn.
So what are the consequences of this debacle?
Oh, you about to find out.
There you go. So there's a chart. Like I said, you guys can use one of your hotkeys. Don't forget Shift, Control, Alt, or multiples thereof. Will open up more hotkeys. You can save it if you want. But you get loud noises. Your weapon misfires, releasing a deafening sonic blast. The firearm remains otherwise functional, but you must make its Fortitude DC 10 plus your character level or be deafened. So go ahead and give me a DC 11 Fortitude save.
Wow.
Dude.
I gotta get a roll of four-sided, right?
There you go. Yep. Give me 4 setters.
I'm killing it. I am killing it. Why am I rolling as Doc Day?
All right. I'm not sure why it switched. Did you? Yeah, I'm not sure why it switched.
Oh, because I
Oh, you
opened up
had.
his thing.
Yeah, you were clicking on him before.
There we go. I got it.
Anyway,
So I'll try it
so
again.
you're deafened for 3 rounds as this thing, the gun goes off in your hand, and the bullet misfires a little bit as the firing pin is off center, and it stings your hand a little bit but the explosion is much louder than it normally is, and it hits you just right, and it's ringing in your ears, and you got a little bit of a headache coming on as you're trying to get rid of this ringing in your ears.
My handsome hair blocks some of that sound.
Isn't it more than 3 rounds? Because it says 3 minutes.
Yep, I'm sorry, Wendy. Yes, 3 minutes. So, yep.
Aren't you on our team?
I am, but come on. I'm reading it right there. It's 3 minutes. Sorry.
It's 18 seconds or 3 minutes. I prefer the 18 seconds. But fine, either
All right,
way.
Twitch, here go.
I'm just looking around. I see the goblin running away. I'm still looking to make sure nobody else is hiding. I'm sure he wouldn't be running away if anybody else was, but I'm still just checking a little bit along this train here to make sure nobody else is hiding. So we can get our crap and go.
We have crap.
All right, and Verti.
I mean,
Yeah, that bomb thing should be a circle next time, I think.
I can just run up and hit him, right? Would there
You
be any
can.
reason for
Yep,
me to not?
you have a speed of 25, so it should be easy for you to match his speed.
For it, he shot me.
And I just realized I have all 3 points I can hold on to, so I'll use definitely one of them on a empowered entropic strike.
Okay.
Well,
Scaring the bejesus out of him.
Right?
All right. So, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are now little symbols too next to when you guys shoot and stuff. So like
Where?
that one was it shows it as a gun, but with an M next to it for
Where are you looking?
melee in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Chat.
I do
Okay.
see that.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're making Mr. Hobgoblin question his life choices.
All right. So Loki, you are on top of the cart. There's not it's no danger really to move along the top if you want. And jumping in between is not they're not far enough apart to where it's any kind of danger. These are made to be moved along the top. There are different. Some of them have caps and things so you can fluid and dirt and things can be loaded from the top as well. So it's not a problem.
Easy. Okay.
Oh,
Where's our Mr. Goblin? There.
10, 15, 20, 21, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yep, so you got 45 feet as your range is 50, so you're good to go.
I'm
All right, that's a hit. Oh, so the H is for the M is not for melee, it's for hit, for miss. The H shows the gun for hit with a little bit of a red splotch next to it.
let's. He didn't quite make it.
All right, so he gets shot in the
He's
back
dying.
as he stumbles and drops his whip and skids along the ground a little bit. Comes to a stop and dirt settles down on him. And that will take you out of combat. All right, so what would you guys like to do?
There's cheering on.
Chink.
Hey, you got him! I can't hear anything. Yelling very loudly. Can you guys hear me? Can't hear anything.
Uh,
I'm also bleeding from somewhere.
probably from your ears at that rate.
So Verti and Orendor took some fatigue damage. Twitch was hurt already from the fight inside the hangar, but he has full stamina. So are you guys going to take a quick 10-minute rest before you start loading up the stuff?
Yes, I believe we should.
Sure.
All right, so I pushed a short rest. If you want to use your resolve to get back your stamina, you're welcome to. Who has computers?
Computers. I should probably. Let me see. Hold a second.
I do not.
Computers. I
Me?
do.
I do.
I do too.
All right,
I
so
have
you guys can
+6.
decide who's the highest and who wants to roll and who wants to assist.
I've got rank 1 +6.
Same
I
here.
have rank 1 +8.
Oh, I'll assist then.
Yes, I will
Alright.
too.
All right, so go ahead and roll to assist as you move the transport a little closer. There are robotic, sort of like the equivalent of forklifts, on there that allow you to help move these things onto your transport.
What is my plus
Whoa, whoa.
bonus? Four?
+4, yep. So it's a DC is 15. Where's my chart?
Okay.
What are we moving on off the?
So that most of these are cargo containers. So they can be moved straight from the basically flatbeds that are bolted down. So
Yeah,
it's similar to what we
but
see.
do we?
Do you know what's
Of
inside it?
course,
No.
yeah. They didn't tell us what we were. I don't like that.
10 plus 1.5. Oh, it'll be, so we DC 12. And you got 26. No, not a problem at all. With your bonus, you could not have failed. Skill checks do not have automatic success or automatic fails. So 20 or 1 is just still added to whatever you have. Anyway, my point was even with a 1, you would have been able to do it. So it's simple enough program to get started. But as you're doing that, as the things start to move and start to go toward it, your comms go off, ding, ding, ding. And I need everybody give me a perception check in the tower, please.
Ooh, perception. I have no perception. 0. Zilch. Nada. I perceive nothing. Although I do smell food.
Ooh. In real life,
Yes.
it's not fair.
All right, so looking at your perception scores, Orin, Verti, Twitch, and Loki. Orindor and Verti, you guys see as you're looking. By the way, let me unlock the tokens. There you go, so you can move around as you wish. You see off in the distance a vehicle is approaching. You've seen various tracks like the ones you're on now. As you've been during the hour you were coming out here, every once in a while you saw maybe 2 different shuttles as they flew, or spaceships as they flew out way overhead. But this thing looks to be just similar to your transport, where it's reasonably close to the ground, 20, 30 feet up, and it seems to be coming in your direction as your message beeps. And you have a message from Tiknuk.
Bless you. Orndor's getting is going to get his scooter.
So you can almost hear his voice as he says, as you read his text, "You have been recalled back to Far Portal Station. Your replacements should be arriving at your location within 20 minutes. Return here immediately."
Of course, we do all the dirty work, and
Right.
Mhm.
That's
And
the way
as
of
the
things.
shuttle starts to get closer and you're able to make it out a little bit more, another beep happens.
Does it have little legs coming down? Sprinkle.
Before
Before you ask,
you
yes,
ask,
you ask.
yes, you are being paid the full amount for this assignment.
Yay.
So the shuttle
Use of
comes,
mine.
lands,
Okay, I guess that's a plus.
and lands close to the transport. Again, a pile of dust. As this thing settles down, the four legs come down, and the doors open. And out comes a trio. Kalo, a Noir, and a Isokey.
I'll look at these. Yeah, lunch.
Ooh, female.
Lunch.
So the female, Isokey, you see she has several different weapons strapped to her. Um, she's wearing armor, and as she steps out, she's looking around. She's more serious than most Isokey you've seen. She looks around. She's got a little bit, looks like missing some fur on the side of her face. And then ducking his head, stepping out is this Noir. Towers a good 7.5 feet. This looks basically almost like a minotaur. These four horns sprouting from his head. He's got this huge weapon strapped to his back, and he's carrying his battle staff as he steps down, sort of looks around. And the sort of gliding and hovering as it floats out is this Kalo. Doesn't seem to have any weapons that you can see right off the bat, at least. But he does have various symbols and different runes that are glowing on him as he comes out. Looks to be some sort of those. Since most couple of you are technomancers, you realize right away this is a mystic, not a technomancer. You think the Isokey, though, might be a technomancer, but you're not. Again, it's a little hard to tell without actually getting into a fight. So the other two, the mystic sort of looks around, and the Isokey's sort of they're moving to either side of the cargo train, sort of looking around. You see the Isokey is tapping on her comm unit that's on her wrist, and she pulls out this little disc and taps on it, and this little heads-up display appears, and she's looking at this 3D, and you see image of the cart show up on the disc, some sort of scanner type thing, and she's looking around. And then Noir comes walking up towards you, and looking at the bunch of you. He walks up to Verti.
Oh.
The keys are in the shuttle. Where are the keys to the transport and the speeders?
I do not have the keys for either. You have to ask some of my other.
Orndor does. Except the keys to
Uh,
the speeder. There's a speeder right there, too.
I mean, yeah, I'll point out to Arndor, like, he probably has at least one of the speeders. I didn't drive either, so I do not have the
I don't
keys.
think I did either.
They're over by the transport's over there to the north. I mean, west.
Grease. Technomancer has the keys. So we see the Isokey sort of scampers over to you. She'll paw out for the keys. Do you give her the keys, Orndor?
Yes, I do.
So she sort of looks you up and down, sees your equipment and stuff, and sort of nods and gives you a little wink, and goes over to the speeder. The mystic goes over and Twitch. Twitch. You had the other speeder, correct? No, no, you were too
No,
big on it.
I
It
was
was
too big.
Amika. All right, so Kilo the mystic gets the keys from Amika, and you see him load that speeder up onto the transport. And as they start working, are you guys gonna do anything else before you leave?
We
There's really
completed
not
our.
much else to do. So
All right, so you get
they
into the
did say
shuttle.
go back
Who's gonna be
to work.
piloting back?
Who's the best
Piloting.
pilot?
I think who's the best piloting again? Piloting. I have a +2. I'm not ranked in it though.
I got a +3.
All right, and Twitch, are you trained in
No.
piloting?
Nope. Mm-mm.
What do you have a plus? You have any plus signs on that?
I have a +1.
Okay.
Bertie, are you trained?
I am not trained, but I have a +1 to piloting.
I think our +3 is going to be our best option right now.
What does Doc have? I thought Doc was a good pilot. No?
He is not trained in it either. It's +1. Boy, they've changed everything. Your skills page is really different too.
Yeah,
And
I was gonna say,
they've added. I've noticed they've added another little circle next to it, so you can. But
Yeah,
I don't
it's
have any
a
ranks in
free
it, but I got a +3. So
they got free skills. They got the little, looks like little astrological signs up on the top right there.
cool. Didn't notice that.
And then you can edit the things.
So I guess I'm flying this thing back to the. I crash and kill us all.
It'll be a macabre ending to our tale.
all right. So, am I correct that nobody is trained in piloting in this crew? Usually, it's the other way around. Everybody wants to be a pilot.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I don't have any
I
ranks
thought,
in it
I
I
thought
think
Doc was
Amika
yet.
is the only one that's trained.
And where's
All right.
Amika?
So, all right. So yeah, the +3 is your best bet. I mean, this is not a difficult thing. I mean, any of you could pilot it. Just as long as nothing weird happens. So you're jumping the shuttle, start heading back.
Go get in bed.
So you have about an hour. Is anybody going to be doing anything on the trip out there? I mean, on trip back. Don't forget that you guys had seen on one of the monitors as you guys were leaving, there was a report talking about the far portal station, and Biz Aldrin was there, and he was going to be doing a. Let me find it. It was. There you go. So there were just a little blurb, and I added it to the chat. was on the news. Did you guys want to do any kind of?
Or indoors to check out social media, see what's going on. Anything exciting? Any news or any interesting in the social in the from the socialites?
All right, and so as you're doing that, you see a couple weird reports that make you turn to the local news, and you tell the rest of the people there in the shuttle as you guys are flying, and you throw it up on the screen. And you see this Isokey, and she's all decked out in what the equivalent of a business suit, a very fancy, low cut blue outfit she's wearing. She has stripes of her fur is striped in different colors. Very, uh, you can see that she has
Wiggles
she's
his
wearing
eyebrows
makeup.
a bit. Or wiggles his eyebrows a little bit. Ooh.
And she's looking at the camera, and you see she's superimposed over this image of the sun, and she's talking. This is Dirtbath, your favorite Isokey reporter, here in the Akaton update. The far portal has fallen into the sun. Now, for those of you who may not know, I know I didn't. The far portal is a ring of unknown origin that has orbited in the sun's corona since before the gap. Believed to be a gate to the plane of fire. Whew, that sounds warm. The portal has remained dormant until last week when a ship and fire whale, yeah, that's right, fire whale came through the portal. A Midnight Corps team was hired to rescue and retrieve the ship, called the Breath of Embers, and transport it to Fire Portal Station. Fire Portal Station has been around for more than 200 years and is a place for scientists and mystics to study the Far Portal. But 90 minutes ago, the orbit of the portal started to deteriorate, and a far portal has fallen into the corona and continues to plummet into the sun.
Jesus Christ.
Tune in tomorrow morning for coverage from Far Portal Station as Biz Aldrin of Absalom Station, as Absalom investigates, will be talking to those scientists and mystics I was talking about to determine what they know about these bizarre events taking place right next to the sun.
Yikes.
Doesn't sound like a bad thing to me.
Stay tuned, because
Me.
after the break,
We were just working with those people.
I will be bringing you the
Yeah,
latest updates
but
on the recent attacks on the convoys that have plagued the mining consortium for the last few months. This is Dirtbath, and I'll see you in 2 minutes. And it cuts to a commercial.
that doesn't sound like a bad thing. If the portal falls into the sun, that means nothing else can come out of it.
They also can't study it anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So as you're continuing to search through social media, the Far Portal Station isn't a huge deal among the average citizen. So if you search for it, then you find that there are certain communities, certain scientific people who are very interested in this type of thing, and there's a lot of buzz on those feeds and those groups. But
Right.
your average citizen hasn't even heard of Far Portal and isn't really that interested, so it's not a huge deal. It's not all over the news besides what you just heard.
Yep.
The other thing is the report that of this, the Breath of Embers. You do find in a related link. So actually, So you're looking. Go ahead and give me a computer's check. Anybody else going to be doing any more searching or research on these latest events? If you are, give me a computer's check or a culture
One.
check. Either one.
Computers, Jack. Yeah.
I didn't find shit.
All right, and so Twitch, you find there's a small article, sort of a link to after link after link. You find that there's Midnight Core has taken legal action to instigate the right of salvage on the Breath of Embers. You know that the right of salvage is something that if an adventuring group or an excavation or archaeological dig finds something of ancient value or that's unclaimed by certain, by certain, the country or the citizens of the planet, whatever it might be, you can claim right of salvage in some instances, and it becomes your own. And so,
That's similar to our treasure rules.
correct. Yep. And that's why you're allowed to loot some things and search through other things and take it home. And so
Hmm.
the report simply says that Midnight Core, since the Midnight Core 7, they don't actually name you as such, but basically it's because your crew was working for Midnight Core when Breath of Embers was found and you cleared it out and you brought it back to Far Portal Station. Midnight
Right.
Core is claiming right of salvage for it, since it's
Ah,
clearly from the Plane of Fire and it's not, the proper owners are no long dead or are dead now. So it's just a little
That
blurb
makes
saying
sense.
that that's what's happening.
All right.
All right, so you guys make it back to midnight.
safe and sound.
And that
Our
beautiful
ship is called
handcrafted
Midnight
map.
Core.
Say again. The
Our
ship,
ship is called.
the Midnight Core 7.
Okay.
And you make your way inside, and come into Tiknuk's office.
Nice.
The robot is there again, and as he sees you come in, you see he's on another conference call, but he waves. Tiknuk waves you in, and the robot, please have a seat. Wait for Tiknuk, as he motions you in toward
Certainly.
Tiknuk's office, and he's like, and you hear the last few statements. Yeah, here they are. Touch base with you in a few minutes. I'll get them on their way. And the images
Okay.
in front of him fade out. That was Ishbal. He says you secured the cargo. Did you have any other questions or comments? Any surprises regarding the cargo?
Did we even see the cargo? You guys confiscated it right away.
No, you guys didn't see any, didn't examine it or anything. You were just moving it onto the cargo ship.
Right. So we have no idea what it's about. So, we were kept in the dark about this.
All right. Well, don't have a lot of time. Apparently, something happened at your last mission.
Yeah, we heard about that. It's devastating.
I don't know much. I was not told much beyond that you are to return back to Far Portal Station post haste as fast, and we would recommend using. We leave whether or not you want to use the drift to you. It's your choice. Your ship has been repaired and refueled and is ready to go. Your credits will be
Alrighty.
credited to your accounts by the time you break the atmosphere.
Assuming the
Awesome.
gap is kind to us, yes.
It's a pleasure
All right.
working with you. Hopefully,
Jim.
whatever you did to your last location won't happen here.
And that we were not the cause of it. Yes, that would be lovely.
Safe travels. And he sort of, as you see the lights light up on this thing, he starts typing away on his computer.
So do we need to talk to somebody about our next orders, whatever, what we're doing?
So you get from him that he's supposed to return back to Far Portal Station.
Okay.
It's doable.
All right, so this is not, this is sort of like an airport as far as provisions and things that you would be able to get. Is not, in other words, is not a whole lot. You can get some Akaton souvenirs and food and some very basic items. Is there anything you needed or wanted before you leave Akaton?
See,
Let me go ahead and give you guys your experience.
I need some, let's see, battery charges, rounds. Go ahead and get some more rounds.
Hmm.
Small arms rounds. I've seen some small arms rounds. I mean, small arms proficient. Batteries. Let's see what I've got for batteries here. Laser pistol is batteries, and pulse caster is also batteries. So let me get another battery or two. What have I got for money here? Oh, I'm broke.
All right, so as you guys are checking your credits,
I have very good credit.
inventory.
The deal is.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to say 5 times 5 is 2,500. Actually, no, I'm going to say it is 5,000.
Wow.
You find that you have an extra 1,000 credits in there from 2 different deposits from the Midnight Corps. First one was for 125 credits. Second one was 875 credits.
Nice. I definitely pick up some batteries. Let me get 220 charges, and I'll take. Let's see, rounds come in 20 groups of 20. Correct. Let's see what I got here. Yep, groups of 20. So I'll take 2 more 20s on the rounds, and I'll take 2 of the 20 on the batteries.
All right, you know how to find out their cost.
Let's see.
Don't forget there are healing serums.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, the price is 40. 40 what? Credits?
Yes.
Okay, so
Your
that's
healing
80.
serums are 50 credits.
Let's see. I have one healing serum, Mark 1. Anyone else have healing serums? The one med patch kit.
So
I
if
think we
anybody
need
wants
some
healing
more.
serums, let me know, and I'll put them in a party sheet because the ones I have do 2d4 as opposed to 1d8. So in other words, you can never get just one hit point from one of my healing serums. You'll
Okay.
always get at least 2.
All
I
right.
got 2 of those.
I think everybody needs to have some because our
I
hit
got 2.
points are pretty low. So let's figure this out here. We got 8, 16, 168 credits for me for the 2 battery charges, or 2 batteries and 2 clips, round clips of the rounds. That's 160. And I'll also take one of the healing serums as well.
All right, so that's 210. So just subtract that from your total. Anybody else buying anything?
Nope.
I'm buying 2 serums or healing serums, so I deducted 100 off of my credits.
All right, did you have one in your inventory already?
7.
Yes, I did.
Cool, so you can just change the number.
Yep.
Anybody else?
I'm good. Yeah.
All right, Verti, did you want to buy anything?
I don't have anything that comes to mind right now.
Well, the party sheet is where everything would be. So, one healing serum. Are you putting the stuff in our inventory or do we drag it ourselves?
No, you can drag it yourself. If you have any problems, let me know. Or if you already have any of those things, you can just change the number. So like if you already have rounds, you can just add
Okay. All
whatever you
right.
paid
Got
for.
it. Okay.
Same thing with your batteries. You can just change, make it either convert it into charges or just have a full battery. All right. So as you guys jump back into the ship and start heading out,
Oh, it's okay.
200 is 1,000. As you start flying away from Akaton, who is in what position on the ship?
I'll be techno, whatever that was, again, unless we don't need it. Let's see what I have here. Oh, I was a gunner the last time, so. And they changed up this page too. So how do we do this?
I'll be an engineer or what is it, a science officer? Either one of those.
Okay, so typically, let me take a look. And you said they changed it.
Well, I'm looking in the party sheet, ship party sheet.
No, you want to look at your personal sheet, your personal,
Right. Okay. Got it. Ships.
and on the bottom. Yep.
There you go.
So,
Okay. So
so typically you would want a science officer first to do the scanning. They use computers to scan any threats,
Okay, I'll start there.
and then you can switch to engineer during a fight if you to boost or to repair things like that.
right.
You can also
Or
have the chief
switch to
mate.
gunner if we need a gunner.
Okay, so go ahead and assign yourself where you want to go.
During flight, just in general systems, the magic officer isn't doing much, is he? other than studying magic?
So if you look at the actions of a magic officer, you can boost
Yeah,
pretty much anything. If I'm not mistaken, do things like boosting the scanners. You can use your
minor actions.
magic to boost the ship's engines, things like that. So besides, in addition, boosting stuff like that every once in a while, not really. Like I said, you can be scanning. You can do things like similar to a science officer would,
Right.
but on the magical scale, detecting magic, doing things like that. All right, looking at the party sheet, let's go to ships.
Why do you keep doing that?
There we go.
Just not
All
one
right, so
straight.
right now I show Doc Dade is the captain, Loki is the chief mate, Twitch is a gunner, Verti is a gunner, Orndor is a magic
No, why
officer.
did it changed? I should be the science officer. I don't know why it changed.
It's freaking out right now. It's
There we go. Yep,
it
it's
keeps
correct now.
It's all good.
All right, so let's.
This dream.
So as you're heading out, those of you who are looking at it realize that you got another deposit. This time from Ekaton Midnight Core's facilities. Each one of you got 200 credits.
Nice. Only rolling in, baby. Rolling in.
And Twitch, go ahead and give me a computer check. You can do it on. I'm not sure what the science officer. There should be like a scan action, if I remember right.
Okay, let me check.
All right, Sven, I will be right back. I got to go grab a charger for my tablet.
Okay.
Great. Very good.
Okay.
All right. So you see. So those of you, is anybody trained in culture?
I believe I am.
Nope.
Have ranks?
Nope. Nope. No rank.
No, not a.
No, but I do have a check mark next to it. But I don't have any
Yes.
ranks in it.
I have sleight of hand.
So Doc has mentioned on the way here that Ekaton was a much more bustling planet. It was a huge source, the main source of the fuel that was needed to travel within, normal space travel. And
The ship.
but as soon as yes, by ship, and it's called
Obtainium.
Thasteron, 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 instrumental in the creation of fuel for sublight interplanetary travel.
Nice.
But now the drift came out a couple hundred years ago. The desire and need for Thasteron dropped significantly, and so now there are just fields of these mining ships and different freighters and things that are just going to waste, and so for scavengers and things. A lot of the mining has stopped, and there's now only a few major companies, including the mining consortium, who have still survived, and so a lot of the economics of Akaton has collapsed. There are now tribal societies that have cropped up and just more almost barbaric and through a lot of the planet. And so I say all that to say it's not like Absalom Station where there are literally hundreds of ships surrounding the station, and there's traffic nonstop going to and from the station. Abalon, that you flew by, is also somewhat busy. Agaton has a handful of ships here and there. So as you're leaving, you see a freighter coming down toward midnight. Your sensor detect another ship sort of on the other side, going toward the other side of the planet. But as it dwindles behind you and you're getting ready to decide, first of all, are you guys going to go through the drift, or are you going to shoot, stay in the interstellar? The difference is the drift travel is more random, as far as pretty much regardless of the distance, it's a random. You could get there really fast, or it could take forever. Whereas traveling interstellar is not as random. Let me find the exact numbers for you. Travel. All right, so traveling.
It would seem to me like there'd be plenty of need for fuel and whatnot, unless you were going like to great distances. Like all of the regular travels, commuter travels would be normal stuff. Because they usually like the light drive all the time now.
So
Just as a
within
little.
the system, so within what's on your screen, the background of your screen, so the planets that you can see there, that's the packed world. So within the packed world, within that, in the same system, it's, if you just travel without using the drift, it's 1d6 plus 2 days, because at any given time, depending on where each planet is, you may have to go different directions. Because you're going to the sun, it's going to be a straight 1d4, because the orbit of Akaton doesn't change. It just matters where on the sun you have to go to. You might be on the opposite side of where Far Portal Station is. To use the drift, it would be 1d6 days. So it really just depends on how lucky you are when you roll. And of course, there's a very small chance of weird stuff happening as you enter and exit the drift.
Right.
So,
We'll
what
just
would you guys like to
travel
do?
regular. You sort of travel regular.
Travel regular.
Regular's fine. The decaf is out.
All right, so Chief Mate Loki, go ahead and roll a d4.
Roll a d4. Okay, there we go.
Travel regular.
Regular's fine.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now.
Barely.
All right, so it's going to take you 2 days as you enter into navigation to where you're headed. Like I said, it's just a simple. Anybody can type it in, the information needed, so there's not a whole lot of expertise that's needed. The ship could pretty much fly itself for most of the way. The only thing that will become necessary is if you guys enter into space combat and you want to try special things like evading or stuff like that. But even within space combat, anybody can use the minor action to just move the ship its normal speed with normal turns. That requires no checks.
Okay, cool.
All right, and so having said that, Twitch, you see a couple blips on your scanner. You see one within. There are two small ships, and
Okay.
you recognize them as Ring Works Wanderers.
Oh,
Okay.
And they're both headed towards you. One is in front of the other. It's about 10. When it gets about 10 hexes away, the other one's about double that out. You hear.
our escort. It's our escort.
There's. You hear transmission come over the comm, the communications unit, and it says, "This is the Agaton Trading Commission. Looks like you were in such a hurry to leave Agaton that you failed to pay the proper export fee. We are sending you the correct designation. Simply transfer 1,000 credits, and this will absolve you of the fee, and we will let you on your way. Thank you for showing up to Agaton." And I need
This
a
is a
sense
legitimate
motive
thing.
from
We're not-
everybody.
All right.
A
You
kiss
need a
my
what?
ass. Is that what you said? A sense motive.
Sense motive.
Because we're not
Wow.
exporting anything.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
kiss
know
That
how,
makes
but
sense.
I rolled it twice.
What do I need to roll, Smith?
Sense motive.
So it's a sense motive. It's on your skills page. Double click the little box where it says total.
Do I have that? Yeah, I don't have it.
You don't have a sense motive on your thing.
Yeah, but anybody can roll it.
Mm-mm.
So go ahead and roll it.
Well, okay.
Look at that. You got better than I did.
Yeah, we're not exporting anything. We just got on our ship and left.
Good point.
They can kiss my hiney.
There you go.
1,000 credits.
As opposed to your loaning, yes.
Yeah, that's
Do
right.
they have?
All right, Verti sent you a message.
Is this like Star Trek?
Yeah.
Can we do a video? On some.
You can. This one is audio only.
I'll say, hey, they're space goblins. I'm pretty sure.
Space pirates.
All right, let's blow through them. Let's go.
How about we just say that we aren't transporting anything first, and if they escalate it, then they escalate it, but
It's like, sorry, we're not transporting anything. Peace out. Recalled.
All right, so who's doing the talking?
Who has the better diplomacy? Anybody
Oh,
trained
yeah.
diplomacy?
Diplomacy.
No.
no, I don't have any training.
You
I have
know
no
what?
ranks,
What
but I
if-
have a +1.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
can you please remind me what the chief mate or whatever position it was I chose? What is their responsibility on the ship?
The chief mate is basically sort of like the second in command, and mechanically, what that means is it's a new position they made that allows people to use stuff like acrobatics and athletics to do stuff on the ship. So you're sort of running around and you're grabbing wires and reconnecting things and to try to give a boost to shields or things like that. So it's you're sort of a jury rigger, um, in addition to being like the second in command.
Kind of like
There you go.
Scotty from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
he's
that's a
more the
different thing.
engineer. He's the chief mate's sort of a fly by your pants engineer. The engineer knows what he's doing and does it purposefully. The chief mate's like,
I
this
would
says
argue that
boost.
with
Let's
you,
Fiddling,
do this.
fiddle-diddling.
Scotty didn't always know what he was doing.
True.
All right,
True.
so
Scotty didn't know what he was doing.
Damn
we
it,
will
Jim.
zoom in on the map for everybody watching at home. Let's turn on
I guess you can. I don't know.
the
I guess the captain should say something to him.
my options.
He's in charge of the ship.
All right, so you guys have determined that you don't want to talk to them. I mean, you don't want to give them the 1,000 credits. Is that correct? It would only be
Yes.
200
Correct.
each.
Yeah.
They're
We're
obviously
not.
up to something because we're not transporting anything.
All right,
Well,
so
how would they
Doc,
know that otherwise?
Doc will say, yeah, the Akaton Federation, we are not currently transporting anything or exporting anything from Akaton.
We will not be giving you that.
And the voice comes back. We understand, but it is that is why you are only being charged the 1,000 credits. You are transporting yourselves and the rest of your crew. Is just normally the tariffs would have been slightly higher based on your cargo, but since you have no cargo, it's a flat 1,000 credits.
So they're
I would
basically
find
trying to.
that.
So they're basically trying to charge us to leave the planet.
I would tell them that as members of the Midnight Corps, they need to contact Midnight Corps for our fee. Let's see
Yes,
how.
exactly. I think we should waive the fee. Our fee should be waived.
We won't charge you to come to our planet, but when you try to leave,
These aren't the droids that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Move along. Move along.
Yeah. Please feel free to charge that fee to the Midnight Corps. Have a nice day.
Okay, and you hear they say to charge it to the Midnight Corps. What's that company's not going to pay us? Your hand's still on the button? What? And the noise cuts out,
so they were trying to.
and it comes back. I apologize for any inconvenience, but each ship is representative for its own charges. If you have things from your company, then I'm sure your company will reimburse you. Please transfer the 1,000 credits.
Denied. I'm not giving credits to thieves.
So because of their
But we don't
little
know if they're actual thieves.
slip up there, because of their little slip up there, we know that they're trying to scam us, right?
No, like, and how long have we been flying away from?
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? I mean, Akaton is like far in our rearview mirror.
You're about an hour out from Akaton, yes.
See, these guys are full of crap. If we were going to be
Yeah.
seriously convinced by serious people, it would have been as we were leaving the planet, like within the first 10 minutes. Come on.
Or, they wouldn't let us get
Well,
on the ship.
we can look up and see if this is sort of a norm, or if we are being
There is.
bamboozled.
So go ahead and give me a culture check. Or a computer,
Culture or
whichever one
computer?
is better.
Okay. Good call. There we go.
That's better.
Doing a little research.
All right, so Twitch, you do see, doing a search, you don't find anything. You do see that the company that they're saying that they're with, does exist, but you don't find any kind of charges or things that are in the space. It looks like it's purely a planet-based operation. Or Endor, that both of you are able to find that. Twitch, you keep digging a little bit more, and you do find a small article talking about how there have been some pirates who have been posing as them and trying to get people to pay. Some complaints that have been lodged against it. There's a small disclaimer on their website saying, we will never charge you once you are off planet. So if you do receive requests, we are not liable for any charges that you may pay. You are still required to pay your full, whether you are charged before or after you leave Akaton.
That was confusing.
That was totally confusing because it just said we would never charge you off planet.
Correct.
Which
So
means
if
that-
someone else claiming to be them charges you, they are not going to give you back your money because it was not them.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. So it's not them. I'm not paying them. They can suck it.
We keep going.
We have
They're eventually going to have to turn around and go back.
we have found
Wherever they came
your
from.
ruse, sir. Either cease and
Twitch,
desist,
you
or we
see
will
that they're
have to.
charging weapons. So let's go to ship combat. Let me share you the map.
All right. Just blow them out of the sky.
Did that
Well,
work?
if they're-
Did you guys
if-
get the
if
map?
they're going, I did.
I
get
did.
it, yes.
Okay.
We'll give them another warning, I think.
I mean, they're charging their weapons. I don't
know,
think
but I
it's
mean,
gonna.
they have a chance to stand down now, or we're gonna blast them out of the sky.
That's a good call. Let's give them a warning. Stand down now. We know you're not the real deal, or risk losing both of your ships because, yeah, we'll just, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So the menu, initiative, clear all initiatives. There we go. All right. So the first phase is roll setup. They did not respond to your last communication.
You were
Anybody
warned.
changing? The way we'll do it is unless somebody wants to do something fancy, we'll just have whoever had the 3 in piloting can do that as their quick action, and that way you can still do other stuff, unless you want to do something fancy like evasive maneuvers or flyby or things like that. So is everybody satisfied with where they are right now?
Do we have a gunner?
Yeah, we have 2
I
of them.
am.
You have 2.
Okay. All right. Then I'm good.
So okay. So That brings us to the engineering phase. So do we, right now we don't have an engineer. So we can move on. All right, so go ahead and Loki, give me an initiative.
I'm going to use the scrying action, I think.
All right, and what does that do and when does it work?
It says employing a substantial form of divination to learn information about it. This action requires your starship to have sensors. You can attempt this check untrained. Is that what you're looking for? So other than that, I have no piezo's or anything.
All right, does it? But does it say what it actually does?
It gives you information. You're divining information about the ship, using the ship's sensors to do so. Techno magic, man.
All right, so you said you're doing precognition or scrying?
Scrying. Go ahead and do it. Am I pressing the button? Am I touching it? Am I touching it?
All right, give me a second. Social operations manual, character operations manual. There it is. Spells, other rules, themes, shit. All right, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and make the roll.
Right. It's
146. Here it is. All right, so that is during the engineering phase, and so you sort of pull out this digital deck. It's an app that you have, sort of like tarot cards, and you flip out several of the cards as you read through it, and it allows you to do functions as a scan science officer action, but you attempt a mysticism check instead of computer's check. All right, so you rolled an 18. All right, and so go ahead. Well, she's gone. I was going to say Roberta can do your scan as well.
Do my scan. Wait for a minute.
All right, so go ahead and do your scan. The fuck? Why am I? Oh, this is
Has there
it.
been any information to glean so far?
All right, so she got a 28. You got an 18. So this is a 10 plus the tier of the scholarship, and it's bonus for defensive countermeasures. So give me just a second. Let me verify remember what those are. All right, so it does not have any. So this is a. All right, so you pretty much got everything that you can get. So it starts off with basic information, and it was an 11. that you needed to get that. And then for every 5 points over that, you then learn defenses. For 5 over, 10 over is weapons. 15 over is load information. And then 20 over, which you didn't quite make, will be over that. So we'll start with you, Orindor. You learn that each ship has a complement of 2. So there are 2 people on each of these ships.
Right.
They each have a speed of 6. They are a small shuttle, and they have 1 weapon that points forward. Twitch, you're
right.
able to do your scan. You're able to find out their armor class is 14. They have shields of 10, and their hit points were 35. But as you're scanning them, you see that each one of them is number 1 has 4 points of damage, and number 2 has 7 points of damage.
Okay. They're already damaged, you guys. That's awesome.
And the weapon that they
I'm
have, you're
giving-
able to scan, and you find out that it's a light laser cannon, which mechanically does 2d4.
Okay.
I guess we had to give him a chance to stand down, right? The idea
We
is-
gave them an opportunity to yep.
So are we just traveling through normal space right now? No, we're not
Yeah.
in the drift.
Yep.
Normal space.
Normal space. We're just
Normal
coming off the Epsilon station.
We just, oh,
So like standing by a pickpocket.
I don't like this scene in Spaceballs where they're coming up behind Lone Star and his little ship, and then they just.
Pew,
All right,
pew,
so
pew.
you guys get to go first. Your speed, PC ships. Damn it. All right, so your speed is 10. I'm not sure why this is being weird. Hold on. But so your speed is 10. Your maneuverability is 1. So it means you have to move forward at least 1. So go ahead and move each hex where you want to go.
Piloting, correct?
Right, that's Loki.
So
Okay.
I move. How many places?
Wait a second. Was it Loki or was it Verti? Who had the highest?
It was me.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead and move. So if you see the
That's how
arrow,
this works.
you see how the
Yeah,
arrow's
so-
pointing. So you have to go forward that
so-
square.
So we're facing the way the arrow is.
Correct. So you go 1.
One.
And then you can turn 1 hex face if you want. Otherwise, you can keep going.
What is the direction we want to go? Is it the direction we're facing already? Is that
Yes.
the way we're
Yes.
trying to go?
Correct.
Yep.
I would say so.
We're going to have to fly right between these two. Want to try to get away from them.
I don't want to fly between the two of them. I want to annihilate that one in front of us so the other one will go away.
And you don't have to move all 10. You could stop now if you wanted. It's totally up to you how far you want to go. You know, you've been told they have a speed of 6.
From reliable
We know-
sources.
And that they're damaged, already damaged.
And they're going to move
And they don't,
after you guys.
and they don't,
So
and they don't have very good weapons on their.
I would move 2 more because that's not going to put them really super close to us because they can only move 6. Or maybe 1 more. Or not at all. No, I think we're fine.
If I move up 2 more, that'll put them right next. If they move,
Yeah, they're going to move
yeah, we're going to stay here.
with us.
Yeah, let's stay here.
all right. So they move. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice.
Damn it.
All right. So next is your Gunnery Phase.
Annihilate them, you guys.
Some 20s.
That's the pickpocket's hand.
So who
Light
are the
Cut
gunners?
off the fingers. Gunners
I'm
are-
one of the gunners.
Yes.
All right. So which one of you? Let's see. Who has the? So look at your pistols, your ranged weapons. What is your plus to hit, Verti, on your actions page?
With my pistol, it's only +2.
All right. And what about you, Loki?
+3.
All right. So Loki, you can pick which weapon you want to use.
Okay.
And
How do I do
meanwhile,
that?
Doc is gonna come on the computer, say, "Well, we tried to be nice, but it looks like you are gonna end up like so many of the other pirates we've come across before. So much space dust. Hopefully, there'll be enough left of your ship that we can salvage something." And he's trying to intimidate them, demoralize them, actually.
Man, none of the ship information is showing up for me. Like the guns and stuff.
Did
It's the-
you hit the little box next to your drop down of gunnery to?
Oh, there it is.
They just keep pressing that thing.
So
Black
I need
box.
it. Okay, I forgot. So
All right. So
do
the
I need
first
to
thing
switch
you have to
to a
do on the
gunner?
bottom is there are little dots next to it, each weapon. So pick the one you want first. Now keep in mind, right now where this one is positioned, you can do the front. Actually, that's the only thing you can do right now is the front. Either
Okay.
one of you, though, can do a special action of fire at will, which allows you to shoot any 2 weapons, regardless of their arc, but you have a -4 to both shots. And then, yeah, that's such another thing. Only other thing you guys can do is gunners. So one of you would need to do that, but you get 2 shots. The other one can just do a regular shot with your front-facing.
Light torpedo launch.
Yeah,
Like the gyro laser, can I fire both of them at the same time? since they're both forward facing.
Yes,
So I would,
they're arced. They're linked. So it's actually one. It's only one weapon.
yeah, I'm going to fire the lasers. So
All right, so just click one of them, and then roll the normal. I think it's shoot, the normal shoot button. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on, let me give me a second. I gotta target it first. All right, so now go ahead and shoot. And Verti, you can do the same thing. Click one of the light torpedo launchers and click shoot. I mean, fire at will. Click the fire at will button.
okay, so I need it. Okay, so it's gonna.
Right now?
Yeah, you guys can both do it at the same time, and they're shooting at you as well.
I clicked what?
There.
It says no attack arc selected. Please choose an arc to roll your attack. But I did have it check marked. I'll try again, I guess. No, it didn't work.
Okay. So forward. There we go.
How do they?
I got it. Forward.
So how did you do it?
How did I do it?
Yeah.
I checked it, then I went to firing arc. I switched it to, just clicked it, and it went forward.
Oh, that's why. Yes, they're not assigned. Let me fix that.
And I guess I can
Okay,
roll the damage.
so now you can do it, Verti.
I'm going to
Okay.
go ahead and roll the damage for mine.
Doesn't matter which one. Just pick one and then
7.
roll the attack, and then do the same thing. Pick roll the attack twice, and then if you hit, roll the damage twice.
So I
All right,
need to
so
roll
now
that one more
roll
time.
the damage. You don't have to roll the hit another time. You just roll
the damage one
again. Yep.
Excuse me.
It's still giving me the error. Like,
all right, so what does it say in firing arc?
it just says arc.
All right, so click it until it says starboard or port,
Okay.
and then click the little circle and then hit shoot.
Didn't you say fire at will the first time?
Oh,
Or
I'm
did
sorry. Yeah, it's fire at will.
Nice.
All right, and then do it again.
Wait.
Okay. So
All right,
2d8 damage.
Can you guys see that in the
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do I do damage now?
Nice. So that was all automatic, by the way. As soon as the damage was applied, as DM, yeah, if you hit, go ahead and roll all your damage. I just pick which arc it goes to, and then I apply the damage. It automatically knew it. You passed one of its critical thresholds, and it rolled which one and did it automatically. So it's nice. It's even better than it was before. All right, so you went through the holes, the shields with the lasers, and then the laser hit the hull, and now the torpedo launcher also hit it. Um, as one of the torpedoes missed, the other one did not. Now, you normally wouldn't know these things. You would have to do another scan to know which one part was glitching and things like that. But that's fine. We're going to leave it there for now. Just keep in mind that the offense, there it is, looking for the offense. Here it is. That the during the engineering phase and stuff, they might be able to try to fix their things. All right, so they hit you. And I hit your forward arc. So, oh, that's weird. Your shield wasn't right. So you took 1 point of damage. Um, you have 20 shield. So, and that is where we will leave it till for 2 weeks. Sorry for running over a few minutes, guys. You've got these space goblins shooting at you. As you're heading back toward the sun and Far Portal Station. Now that you've learned that Far Portal is gone,
Yeah, that's kind of sucky.
and so yeah, and Doc Dade, and you guys can also be talking to Midnight Corps, trying to get more information about what you're supposed to be doing, who you're supposed to be meeting there, that type of thing, why you're going back, that type of thing. So next week, for those of you who play next week, I'm going to put it in Discord as well, but Rob Toohey is doing a special show. He has sold 10,000 items on DM's Guild, so things that have to do with Fantasy Grounds, and he's giving away thousands of dollars worth of stuff. I know for Christmas he also gave away cash as well, actual money. So
Just for free?
yes, as a celebration for his stuff. So I know for sure he's giving away Fantasy Grounds stuff. He may be giving cash as well. So next week we will not be playing because I will be watching this. I suggest you guys do it too. Rob2E, twitch.tv/Rob number 2 and letter E. I'll be putting it in Discord as well. Starts at 6. His normal show goes for about an hour. So I don't know exactly what's going to be happening next week, but I know it's going to be a big deal, and you can win a lot of free stuff, and so maybe even some cash. Watch it for a few minutes.
Just
I'm
sit
sure he's going
down.
to explain what's going to be going on if he can do it right at 6, and then that specific time, our time. So Bobby, you'd have to jump, add 2 hours. But definitely check it out. That's what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll be
So,
back
like
in 2 weeks playing this.
8 o'clock out my time.
So thank you so much for playing, guys, and stream, whatever else you do.
Thank you for running
Enjoy
it.
the rest of your day.
Yes, thank you very much.
I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good night.
Good night, Sven. Good night,
Thank
Ron.
you.
Good
Thank you
night,
very much, everybody.
Roberta and Logan.
Yeah.
Logan.
Bobby said,
Okay.
have a good night.
I remember.